Cheers to best moisturizers of 2023. So just a little bit of a refresher. Fel has oily, combo, acne-prone skin. I have very dry, dehydrated to the point where it overcorrects itself with oil-type skin.
It looks a bit bare, but we have actually 6 moisturizers for you guys today. We just remembered to bring 2. I forgot everything.
I came from a different coast. Fel came from La La Land.
Which one are you most busting to tell them?
It's this guy. Okay, so this is Aestura's Atobarrier 365 cream. Now when I think of a moisturizer, a big metric that I measure how good a moisturizer is off of is how big of a grease ball I am the next morning. Because I feel like some are definitely thicker than others, some are a bit more breathable, and I feel like this is truly the porridge that is just right.
This guy is so loved that it is empty. So we got another one. Favorite moisturizer discovery of the year. Texture is beautiful. There's little beads in there.
So I picked this up when I was in Korea. It was actually highly recommended by my friend who lives in Korea. She's like, this is the best seller in Olive Young. This is all I use, along with the Aestura Rose Blemish
Serum.
Skin brightening serum. So I tried this with not much expectations, but knowing if it's a bestseller at Olive Young, knowing if it's a bestseller in South Korea, it should mean something.
Yeah.
And I'm now a fan. I understand. This specific one, the cream, I believe there's 2 other ones. There's a lotion that's better for oily, acne-prone skin, and then there's a even lighter one. I think there's a gel version. So this is definitely for people who have drier or maybe even combo skin. I actually think you would like it because Fel's skin has been
Dry.
very dry.
Yes.
As we age, our skins are just converging and becoming the same.
Becoming one.
Yes, and there's little beads in here.
Yes, that's what I remember. It was very cool.
The moisture capsules.
It feels so pleasant to do things. We were like, oh my God, what is this? When there's Ato, it just means it's really good for sensitive skin because it's like atopic dermatitis friendly.
I've been using this every morning, every night.
Love it. So for my moisturizers, I have one that I've used for a while. I have one that I was obsessed with this year and then a newer find. So let's go just to the one that I finished. And I'm sad that it's finished. It's the AEDEM Cloud Cushion Plush Moisturizer. So it's done now. It was the one that I mentioned in 2 or 3 videos this year. The consistency, when they say cloud cushion, you can imagine what that means. You put on and it's like marshmallows on your face. It's just like, for me, the perfect consistency. And I just found it evened out the flakes. It also evened out the hyperpigmentation, not because it's specifically designed to do that, but you know when our skin barrier is just happy, it evens itself out. Like it knows what to do. Our body is very smart. The building blocks of this moisturizer is just everything that our skin naturally needs. It's got peptides, ceramides, and then it's got a little bit of niacinamide. On a scale of 1 being gel, 10 being like
Solid,
thick,
like congealed coconut oil.
Yeah, it's probably around like a 6 to 7. It's somewhere in between there. And AEDEM is a brand that focuses on melanin-rich skin, so they wanted to help build a moisturizer that could help with skin that's very prone to developing hyperpigmentation. I kept going back to it. That gold little spatula with it, perfection. And I like wiped it clean in the glass. So that's why I've been really enjoying the thicker moisturizers, but not leaving it shiny. So this one doesn't leave it shiny.
3 more that I can just lump in one because these are all moisturizers that I've talked about in the past. So we have the Goodlight, what is the full name? Goodlight Order of the Eclipse Hyaluronic Cream. There's the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer that we have here. And then the Caudalie Vinosource Hydro Moisturizing Mask. All 3 of these, they kind of do similar things in that they all moisturize beautifully, but then they're all a little different. So let's start with the Goodlight.
Can you rank them like in degree of density, or are they like literally all on the same plane?
I think Laneige feels the lightest, and it's what I use all summer. Like maybe Laneige, Aestura, Goodlight, and then the Caudalie. It's a moisturizing mask. Okay, so starting with Goodlight's moisturizer, it feels luxurious without having the price of luxury. Like the consistency of it, the way it feels on your skin, the way it cocoons and sits on your skin. It gives you the most beautiful glow and the most beautiful dewy finish while still being a very simple ingredient product.
This cream has absolutely taken the throne for me, because no matter if you're in a dry climate, no matter if you're in a humid climate, no matter if it's cold outside, no matter if it's hot, this cream delivers, and it's never heavy enough that it suffocates you, but it's literally doing the absolute most.
There's not a bunch of active ingredients.
Like they don't try to be too frilly.
Yeah, but I think that's why I love these more basic moisturizers, is because I can get fun with the serums. So there's that. There's also the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. This guy, as I just mentioned, used all throughout summer.
So excited to use this. Been a long time without you, my friend.
This was like one of those moments where with the move, with the transition, with just chaos, I just forgot this existed. And then one day I finished whatever moisturizer I was using and I was like, oh, you're here. Let me try using you again. And my skin loved it, drank it up. This is also very simple. The key ingredient is the blue hyaluronic acid. They basically fermented it with deep sea algae. And then the last one, the Caudalie, this is like my secret life hack to not dry skin, especially when I'm traveling. Because it is a moisturizing mask, you can use it as a mask, put it on for 10 minutes, wash it off, or you can leave it on overnight, which is what I do. Especially if you're on a flight, because it is so nourishing, you can use it for your lip, you can use it as an eye mask, you can use it all over your face, you can use it on your hands.
Feels like a waste to do the step where you put it on and wash it off.
Yeah, right? Especially if you can leave it on.
It's like, that's money.
Yeah, especially if it's designed for people with drier skin. So if you have dry, dehydrated skin, this will be your BFF.
Lip moisturizer, lip balm, hands, cuticles, truly a multi-purpose moisturizer.
When I used this, when we went to the spa, I was like, I for sure need 10 of these to put in every single one of my bag and every single one of the places that I would visit just to have.
I think actually Caudalie does really great moisturizers. I've been using the thickest of the Caudalie moisturizers this year, especially now, and I'm
the
still,
purple one?
Yeah, like I've been using the thickest one. Creamy moisturizers are where it's at. So for my 2 moisturizers left, my discovery of the year was actually the one from Monday Born, and it's called the 7 Moisturizer. So if you're an OG of YouTube, you'll know Tenny, who used to do makeup tutorials, and she's beautiful. I didn't know, but she started a brand. And so I actually received this together with a collaboration she did with Super Egg. And then I didn't use it for the longest time until I was finished with the cloud. And then I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna use? I don't want to use anything.
Life is over.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And then I saw this guy in my stash and I was like, oh, what is this? And so I used it without knowing it, and it's got this interesting gel souffle, I wanna say. It's not like—
I love that.
Yeah, it's not like super shea buttery. And then the 7 in the name, I realized, is representative of the 7 ingredients that's in it. There's ginseng, kelp, and sea grape, right? So anything that's of the ocean, like algae, sea moss, anything like that is kind of similar to your hyaluronic acids and, you know, what's it called?
Tremella mushrooms.
Tremella mushrooms of the world. All those ingredients are able to attract water to your skin. Oh, you know another thing that I can tell whether it's a really good moisturizer is, you know how a lot of them claim 72-hour protection?
Half of these claim 100 hours.
Yeah, I'm like—
this one and this one.
Okay, I'm not gonna just not wash my face for 100 hours. But sometimes in the winter, or like if I'm rushed, I won't wash my face in the morning. I'll just like go as is out, right? And then some moisturizers, I'll realize I start to get really dehydrated and dry and flaky throughout the day. But other moisturizers that work, it's like you go through 2 days and you're like, oh, I still to look ravishing. And it's not oily, it's just balanced. But it's also got ginseng. When it comes to ginseng, it's always going to be labeled as Panax ginseng in the back. So you won't know whether it's cultivated ginseng. What you need to know is that there's all these different types of ginsengs, like cultivated versus red versus white versus black, and all of them will give your skin and your body very different payoffs. So just looking at it, you can't tell, but you can kind of tell from the price sometimes. And also, if it's red ginseng, that's like creme de la creme, you know, the Sulwahsoo and the Dongginbi, and then the history of Wu, all the historical Korean houses of ginseng.
House of Wu.
Yes, use red ginseng. So this, I highly doubt they're using the highest grade of ginseng, but it is in there, so I just want to make that known. And then I guess you're done, right? Okay. And then I've recently just busted out again because I use it in the winter when it gets colder. In the fall is the Sulwahsoo Concentrated Ginseng Renewing Cream. If you can get a sale, get it. And if you have anyone in your life who's interested in ginseng as an ingredient, as this vitality of being able to rejuvenate your skin and all these like powerful, potent antioxidants, this is definitely one to check out.
Or if you know anyone who would appreciate the benefits of this super potent ginseng.
Yes.
Because Sulwahsoo, their ginseng saponins, where it's like only 1 gram out of 100 grams of ginseng is able to be extracted, and it's supposed to be 6,000 times more concentrated than like traditional ginseng.
Yeah. And also check out Ven, because Brian from Ven had this technology that could distill the ginseng extract into compound K, because he was saying ginseng is actually really hard, like the extract of it is hard to formulate within water or oil. So he found this way to create compound K, which is the ginseng extract. That's also something to check out if you're in that price range of ginseng. And then, yeah, history of Wu, Dongbini, like that's LG. They all have their own specific ginseng research
centers.
Developments. Yeah, that's all they do.
The really expensive creams, the one that between the both of us would both recommend us, like every time when there's a Sephora sale, when there's Black Friday, when there's whatever sale, my friends always text me, Ro, what do I buy? What is the one skincare I need to buy? I'm always like, Sulwahsoo. For yourself, for your mothers, for the mother figures in your life, like it is worth it.
But you're right, I remember the first time I used that cream, it was like, you wake up and it's just like illuminated.
Yeah. It's like when you pay this much for a moisturizer, you want it to be magical. Yeah. And this moisturizer is magical. Yeah. It does that and more.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned because it's our sunscreen video next. And check out all the ones before.